Can you turn the tables on Castelvecchio?
Well, look, I think so. He's got about a 4-1 record against him, and the other day, look, Craig Williams gave Castelvecchio a great ride and he got into the right spot and was able to beat us. Today, I think on a fair track, Josh just needs to get him to switch off early, which is, his pattern. And, I said to him, don't leave anything in the tank.
Quackerjack in the Doncaster. You qualified a long way out with the win in the Villiers, and you've had a great preparation.
Yeah, look, very solid form behind him. Vega Days, Cascadian and Imaging all coming out and winning after he beat them in the Liverpool City Cup. I thought at Rose Hill, rain on the day, slushy conditions. I thought he was poorly weighted. He ran well, but he's had the ideal 3 weeks between runs going into this, which is where he's suited. Lightweight, back at Randwick, miles his ideal trip. He'll bowl to the front and, look, whatever beats him, he'll have to work for it.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
There's Mark Newnham, and now it's time for the Derby Pick of the Yard with Lizzie Jelfs.
Look, I found this race really difficult because I think there's 4 horses that absolutely stand out. They're the ones who are obviously in the market. I go with Castelvecchio on top, just due to the fact that I think that he's a beautiful looking type. He always presents nicely, and he's certainly maintained his condition from his last performance. I thought for my second pick I would have to go with Quick Thinker. As I said, I feel that he's definitely improved out of the Tulloch. He looks as though he's in great order and he was really ready to get on with the job at hand. Shadow Hero also presents well, along with Warning. They're all horses that could definitely win this type of race, but I'm going with Castelvecchio on top, Ronnie.
Yeah, same 4 numbers for me, but I'm 1, 3, 6 and 2. I really think this is a 2-horse race, 1 and 3, 3 and 1, but I have to stay with number 1, Castelvecchio, just with his class. I think he's ready to show that Cox Plate class that he showed there. He was terrific winning the lead up the last time. Can't see anything wrong with him here. He's nice and bright and alert there going to the barrier. Just want to open his mouth a little bit there, but there's nothing in that. Warning is the one. He's the stout stayer. He's proven he can tough it out, and he's ready to tough it out today. He can do more work in the run today, and he's the one that certainly looks the main threat to my eye. 6, Quick Thinker. He'll be just there in case they make a mistake. And Shadow Hero, I'm very worried about him on the wet track, but Mark has just got him so well, and he's got out to an acceptable price now at the $6. 1 from 3, then 6 and 2.
Hasn't been massive amount of movement in this race here. Castelvecchio went up 290 this morning, got to 3. He's back to 280 now. Warning, who went up 420, has just continued to get out. He's out to $4.80 now, so he's basically nearly out to where he was from Tuesday at that $5 quote. Shadow Hero got out really quick over the last couple of days to be $6, and then when he hit $6, he stayed there at that price. Quick Thinker, $8.50, got into as short as $6.50, it's back to 7. Zabrowski, 13 into 10, back to 11. Eric the Eel, 26, 23, 21, 19. I'm tipping he's probably short of the tote. Eric the Eel, the 5 here. Oh no, we've got Sherwood Forest Easy, 15, 17, 18, 19. Sacramento, well, as much as 61 yesterday into 34 now. Skador always got to, he's got to 41 from 31. Diasonic, he's got 34 out to 81, back to 61 and 126 change of honour. Into 270 now, Castelvecchio, so he's firming late. They've had enough of the $6 Shadow Hero. He's into 5.50 and Quick Thinker goes back to 7.50. So Castelvecchio runs favourite over Warning and Shadow Hero in the Bentley Derby, Greg.
Yeah, we've got 3 fantastic Group 1s back-to-back here. The Derby, then the TJ, and then the Doncaster. Well, history awaits many people, but none more so than Murray Baker, who's trained the Derby winner here at Randwick 4 times. He's going for 5. Andrew Forsman has been with him for one of those. Other trainers to have won it in this field, Gerald Ryan, Danny O'Brien, and the jockeys who have been successful in the Derby in years have been James McDonald, Tommy Berry, Opie Bosson and Hugh Bowman. They've all won one apiece. And this, Duff, is one of the better derbies we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, for sure, Greg. We've got some classy horses here, and I'm tipping a lot of people with their eyes on this derby this year. We're all locked away around the world, and we've got some live sport here, and it's sport at its best. About to see a great derby.
Here's Darren Flindell for one of the big ones today, the Bentley Australian Derby. They're down there at the 2,400 metre start. Here's our next Group 1 live from Royal Randwick.
Australian Derby winner warning at $5. Shadow Hero third pick at 6, and Quick Thinker. The last 3 Tulloch Stakes winners have been able to go on and win the Derby. Can Quick Thinker continue that run of success? $7.50 is the marked price. So we're waiting on Sherwood Forest to move in. Chains of Honour goes forward, and Sherwood Forest will be the last to move into the gates here for the Bentley Australian Derby. Quality lineup. The dual Group 1 winning colt Castel Vecchio and Shadow Hero. They've had some great battles along the way, and here we go. Stand by. Ready for a dispatch in the 2020 Australian Derby. And the gates clang back now. They're off and racing, and Eric the Eel wasn't great off the blocks. He's going to settle back last. Diasonic, Quick Thinker, and Castel Vecchio sent forward by McDonald. Sherwood Forest going forward, and Warning as well, and Sacramento, and Skidor. My goodness, have a look at this. There's about 8 of them contesting the lead going out of the straight, and Sacramento's going to have more muster than all of them, and Sacramento leads with Quick Thinker put up on the speed, goes to second. Followed then by Diasonic behind them. Skidor 1 off. Warning's caught 3 wide. Castel Vecchio drops back now, and McDonald's been able to get him in. 1 off the fence on the outside as Zabrowski is keen. Further back to Sherwood Forest, couldn't find a spot in. 3 wide on the outside of Shadow Hero, then Chains of Honour. And Eric the Eel is the last one. Over the mile crossing now, and Sacramento shows the way. Warning put right up on the speed. Did some work to get to second. Diasonic third on the inside. A Quick Thinker. 2 off 2 Skidor. Just going up the inside, Zabrowski. Now Sherwood Forest, the New Zealand Derby winners, taking off mid-race. Well back is Chains of Honour, Castel Vecchio. At the 800 metres, Sacramento 2.5 clear to Sherwood Forest. Warning starting to improve now, going to a clear third from Diasonic. Further back to Quick Thinker at the 600 metres from Skidor, Zabrowski. Castel Vecchio being felt for from Chains of Honour. Eric the Eel and Shadow Hero. Sacramento's coming back to them pretty quickly. A neck in front to Sherwood Forest. Quick Thinker gets going, looping the field, and Zabrowski takes a rails run. At the 400 metres, Quick Thinker's gone a long way from home. Zabrowski's giving chase the inside. They beat off Sacramento. Eric the Eel's coming with a good run. It's Quick Thinker and Zabrowski at the furlong. Quick Thinker ahead in front to Zabrowski. A length off to Eric the Eel closing in. It's Quick Thinker. Zabrowski head and head. A great finish in the Derby. Quick Thinker just in front from Zabrowski. Quick Thinker holds on. There's 5 for Murray Baker. Quick Thinker a half head to Zabrowski. Eric the Eel ran a blinder in third. A massive gap back in the field of the rest. Sacramento and Chains of Honour. Then came Shadow Hero from Warning. Further back to Sherwood Forest, Skidor. Castel Vecchio's been beaten a long way. Diasonic as well.
He's the king of the Derby, Murray Baker, that's for sure. He's in elite company now. There's only one man in front of him, and he may never catch him. That is TJ Smith, who's won 9. But he joins Bart Cummings and Tom Payton with 5 apiece. And Andrew Forsman, who trains in partnership with Murray, he gets his second. Quick Thinker and Zabrowski, they put on a great show in that last little bit. Eric the Eel was joining in, and he's run a bottler to run third. But it's Quick Thinker. Murray Baker wins his 5th, holds out Zabrowski and Eric the Eel in the Derby of 2020.
What a tough competitor he is. He was amongst all those moves earlier. They all wanted part of the lead, and it all backfired, but he just sat back. He toughed it out. He was on a quick backup. He loves the going. They all come to beat him. I thought Dabrowski come to beat him, but for 2 strides, I thought the Queenslander, Eric the Eel, was going to blouse a lot of them. But just the toughness of this little Kiwi here, Quick Thinker, gets the job done.
Quick Thinker beats Zabrowski and Eric the Eel. 4th home is number 2, Shadow Hero. 5th home was number 12, Sacramento, who led them up. And we're just waiting for the race time and all of the details to come up. The winner has prevailed by a short head, a length and a quarter between 2nd and 3rd. Well, of course, Murray Baker can't be here today, but his son Björn is deputising for your dad. You must be very proud of his record. 5 derbies. It's an incredible rate of success.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal effort, and just thrilled for him. OTI too, they've been great clients of my father's, and very grateful to them. But I know Andrew and Murray, they haven't had the best of seasons, so they've been hungry to do well here. They're keen to get a lot of new horses in the stable and really have a good go for next season. So I think they'll be thrilled. Of course, Murray, they'll just be disappointed they're not here as well. But he's been a pretty laid-back customer. I was confident that he was the fittest horse in the race, and as it was, it worked out that way.
So how's it worked? Murray's at home in isolation. The horse is with you at Warwick Farm. Of course, you've trained with your dad for a long time as well, so you know the things he's got in place. But how has it worked with your dad and you on either side of the Tasman?
Well, look, let's be honest, Greg. We might as well get it out in the open. Get it out straight up. We know they improve. Murray and Andrew's horses improve links when they stay at Warwick Farm. So we'll just get it out there straight. But no, look, we keep them in contact, and look, it's very good because our stables do run similar. There's no doubt about it. All about routine. The great thing about Andrew and Murray's horses, they get a base. They come over here. And once they get to 2-4, you know they're going to be ready. I said a few people were even questioning whether this bloke would stay. I said, I'd never underestimate them. So, no, it's a great result. Of course, in New Zealand, they're in lockdown, and I think they can't even have a celebratory drink together, so they'll enjoy it a lot.
Congratulations to them both, and well done.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, Opie Bosson wins his 2nd derby.
Yes, that's exactly right, Greg, and 77 Group 1s to his name. Unbelievable performance. Another Tulloch Stakes winner coming out of that race, and he was tough in the end, just too tough for them.
He was, yeah. Murray Baker's a genius to get his horses ready for this race, and he rang me yesterday morning, said his horse is rock hard fit and he'll run a huge race.
Yeah, he's obviously a horse that has got a huge potential going forward, staying potential every day of the week. What were you thinking during the run? Because a bit of toing and froing all the time.
To be honest, he pulled my arms out the whole race. He didn't come off the bit till we got to about the half mile, and it was hard work, and I thought maybe he might have done too much in the running, but that Murray Baker fitness kicked in.
How does it feel to win another Group 1 here in Australian soil? Because it's been a tough time for you having to leave your family in quarantine and be here for the feature races throughout the autumn.
Yeah, it makes things so much better being away from them if I get some big winners, but can't wait to get home.
Well done to Opie Bosson. 9 Australian Group 1s and 77 in his career, and that's number 15 Group 1 for Murray Baker and Andrew Forsman together. That's the derby, but there's more to come. Look out, the TJ Smith is next.